Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Monday Night Raw. Live.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Austin, Texas, Jordynne Grace.
Live from the State Farm Arena here in Arizona. And here comes the Miss Money in the Bank, Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace surviving that ladder match a couple nights ago in Boston to secure that Money in the Bank briefcase. And now Jordynne Grace, she's in action to kick us off here in Phoenix, Arizona. And here comes the future Hall of Famer, the goddess of WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Alexa Bliss.
From Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss trying to make her way to SummerSlam to fight for that Women's World Heavyweight Championship. There will be some momentum if Alexa can defeat Miss Money in the Bank here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get us started with the first match. And ladies and gentlemen, this match is underway. Kick to the midsection by Alexa, who delivers a massive drop kick. Big elbow to the arm. And now Alexa, she has done it all here in WWE. And now Jordynne Grace with the big back body drop. Down goes Alexa Bliss. Stomp to the arm. And now Jordynne Grace with the power, showing off the muscles is Jordynne Grace. And now here comes the Luther's press to Alexa Bliss. Kick to the arm. And now Jordynne Grace once again attacking the arm of Alexa. And now Grace, Miss Money in the Bank with the big chop, but Alexa finds the right hand. And now another right hand by Lexi. Big right hand by Bliss. And now there's a chop. And now Jordynne Grace telling her to keep throwing those punches. But now Grace and Alexa throwing haymakers at one another. Another big chop by Alexa. Big chop by Jordynne. And another chop by Alexa. And now a third one. But now Jordynne answers. And now there's the haymakers once again. And now Jordynne Grace with Alexa with the atomic drop. And now Jordynne sends Alexa over the top rope and down to the floor. Big kick by Alexa Bliss. Stomp to the midsection. And now Alexa with the double knees to the stomach. Counter two by the referee. But Alexa still working over those knees of Jordynne. And now stomping the head of Jordynne Grace into the outside. Counter four. Alexa sends Grace back inside the ring. Alexa climbs to the top rope. Bliss has Jordynne for the splash, but now Jordynne moved out of harm's way. And now Jordynne Grace rolling up Alexa Bliss. Is this gonna be enough? And no, Alexa kicks out. Big right hand by Alexa, dropping Jordynne. Going for the pin off the right hand. And a kick out at one by the Money in the Bank. Big punch by Alexa. And now Alexa Bliss with the form. Big axe handle by Bliss. And now Bliss with insult to injury on Jordynne Grace. And now Alexa climbs to the top rope. Twisted Bliss just coming up short. And now Bliss goes to the opposite corner with the splash, but Jordynne once again moved out of harm's way. But Jordynne once again rolling up Alexa Bliss, trying to get that cheap victory, but Bliss kicks out. And now Jordynne Grace with the pump handle slam down on Bliss, going for the pin. Those two, and Alexa kicks out. And now Jordynne Grace measuring up. Alexa Bliss kicks to the midsection. DDT by Jordynne Grace, going for the pin. Those two, and another kick out by Alexa Bliss. And now Jordynne Grace has the future Hall of Famer into the corner. Big elbow by Bliss. And now Bliss with the STO backbreaker. And now Bliss gets up Miss Money in the Bank. Kick to the midsection, big punch, another kick. And now Jordynne got caught with the STO takedown. And now Alexa has Jordynne Grace in position for the splash. Going for the pin. Is this going to be enough? And no, Jordynne kicks out. And now Alexa Bliss has Jordynne Grace on the ropes. And now look at Alexa just stopping Jordynne Grace's face into the mat. Kick to the back. And now Bliss keeping on the attack with the knee to the throat. Big reversal by Jordynne, but Alexa with the kick to the midsection, and there's the DDT going for the pin on Jordynne Grace. And Alexa can't put away Grace. What a match to kick off Monday Night Raw. Alexa sent off the ropes. Jordynne Grace ducked underneath into the face buster. And there's a kick up by Grace. And now Grace has Alexa Bliss. And look at the power of Jordynne Grace with the jackhammer. Big spinning back elbow avoided, and now Alexa Bliss sending Jordynne Grace into the corner. And now Alexa with the scoop slam. Now going to the middle rope, double knees to the midsection, and now there's the insult to injury. Once again, going for the pin. There's two, and Alexa Bliss is victorious.
Here is your winner, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss picking up huge momentum in a hell of a match. And we are back here live in the State Farm Arena, and here comes Javon Evans. And Javon Evans, if you guys remember, he was in the Fatal 4-Way match a week ago for that #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Coming up short though in that Fatal 4-Way. But now
The following
Javon Evans.
contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, Javon Evans.
And now Javon Evans pleaded a case to Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce has set him up with the match here tonight. And if Javon wins this match, he would go on next week to a #1 contendership match for the Intercontinental Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes Dragon Lee.
And his opponent, representing the LWO from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee. We haven't seen him since the second episode of Universe Mode, where he faced AJ Styles, and unfortunately coming up a tad bit short in that epic clash. But now Dragon Lee has a chance to get gold around his waist if he can defeat Javon Evans and go to that #1 contenders match next week. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee. And this matchup is underway. Big collar elbow tie up, Javon and Lee. But now look at the power of Dragon Lee backing up Javon into the corner. And a kick to the midsection by the Young OG. And now look at Young OG rolling through. And now Dragon Lee delivers a drop kick. Big moonsault. Evans got the feet up. And now look at Evans. Small package driver going for the pin to defeat Lee in a kick out at 1. Big punch by Evans, and now there's a chop. And now Evans rolls up Dragon Lee into the Hurricane Rana. And now Lee is down. Evans is showboating here. And now Evans sends Lee into the corner. Big drop kick down on Dragon Lee. And now look at Evans. Evans looking to get bouncy with the frog splash. Going for the pin to go to that #1 contendership match, and another kick out by Dragon Lee. But Evans rolls to the apron. Javon looking for the clothesline and connects. Getting up the Masked Legend and Dragon Lee, part of the LWO. Big kick to the shin, and now Dragon Lee in. Javon Evans throwing haymakers at one another. Big chop by Lee, big slap by Evans. And now these two men don't want to give their opponent the upper hand. Big reversal by Evans, big reversal by Lee. And now reversal by Evans, reversal by Lee. And now there's the combinations laying down Dragon Lee. There's the cutter. And now Javon backs up into the corner. Javon Evans. He's looking to get bouncy with the drop kick. And now climbing to the top rope, Javon Evans. From across the ring, Javon says, why not? Hurricane Run again. Throwing Dragon Lee into the corner. Big enziguri reversed by Dragon Lee into a form. And now Lee with the big bicycle knee. Going for the pin off the bicycle knee, and a kick out by Javon. And now Dragon Lee keeping Javon Evans down and now getting him up. What does Dragon Lee have in store? Big reversal. Trying to get something started. It's Javon, big super kick. And now Javon Evans from the middle rope into a splash. And now Javon gets up. Dragon Lee into the corner. Javon Evans once again connecting with that Hurricane Runner. And now Javon Evans is pumped. Big stomp by Evans, another stomp, and now look at Evans planning Dragon Lee. And now Evans with the spiral tap, going for the pin. There's two and a kick out by Dragon Lee. I thought Evans had this matchup won, but Dragon Lee refusing to stay down. And now Evans, what does Evans have in mind? DDT on the apron. Planning Dragon Lee. And now Lee gets sent into the barricade. And now Javon with the 450 off the barricade. Javon is laying it all out on the line. But now what does Javon have in mind? Javon on the apron. Javon with the moonsault. Count of 6 by our referee. Javon gets Dragon Lee back inside the ring. And now Evans gets back inside the ring as well. And now Evans trying to get up Dragon Lee here. Went for the cutter. Dragon Lee went for the combat. Kick to the midsection. And now Dragon Lee rolls up to Young OG to go to that #1 contendership match. And no, Evans kicked out. Big reversal by Lee. Dragging Javon face first into the corner. Big reversal by the Young One. And now Evans and Lee both missing. Big punch by Lee. And now Dragon Lee with the Dragon Sleeper. Going for the pin and another kick out by Javon Evans. And now Javon is in the drop zone. Dragon Lee from the top missing the drop kick. Big punch. And now there's the kicks by Javon Evans. Clothesline. Dragon Lee ducked it. There's a clothesline now by Javon. And another time. And now Javon keeps the leg and down goes Dragon Lee. And now getting up Lee is Javon, who plants him with the cutter. And now Javon from the corner with the spiral tap again. Going for the pin on Dragon Lee to go to that #1 contendership match, and he does.
Here is your winner, Javon Evans.
Javon Evans with one hell of a performance here tonight. What a match by the Young OG. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And we are live with the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, who defended successfully at Money in the Bank, is Rhea Ripley.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley defending her title successfully at Money in the Bank, defeating Cora Jade in what was one hell of a rematch indeed. But Rhea Ripley has the challenges coming, because tonight is a non-title match against one of the women that had her eyes set on that women's championship. A woman who went to battle in episode 1 against Cora Jade, the former Women's World Champion, and Stephanie Vaquer.
And her opponent from San Fernando, Chile, Stephanie
Stephanie
Vaquer.
Vaquer trying to get her way back into the title picture, trying to get that Women's World Heavyweight Championship around her waist. And if you think if somehow Stephanie Vaquer can somehow defeat the Women's World Champion, she will get that Women's World title match in the near future. And the crowd firmly behind the side of Rhea Ripley. And now look at this. Elbow collar tie up to start up this matchup. Rhea Ripley showing her strength here in the beginning of this matchup. Big reversal by Stephanie Vaquer now. Big reversal by Rhea Ripley, who delivers a form. Big reversal by Stephanie. And now look at Stephanie with the chops. And now the back body drop. And now Rhea Ripley back up to her feet. And now into the abdominal stretch on Stephanie. But Stephanie fought out of it quickly. And now taking down Rhea with the Hurricane Rana. Big jawbreaker by Ripley. And now back into another elbow collar tie-up. And now Stephanie Vaquer backs up Rhea Ripley into the corner. Big cheap shot by Stephanie. Big reversal. Rhea Ripley falls to a knee. And now look at Stephanie with the elbow, the punch, kick to the midsection, DDT down on Rhea. And now Stephanie Vaquer missing wildly with the super kick. Rhea Ripley now. And Stephanie Vaquer locking up again here in this match. And now back to a vertical bases, both women. Clean break, big knee by Stephanie. And now there's the drop kick. And now Stephanie Vaquer gets up Rhea Ripley. Big punches, kick to the midsection, DDT down on Ripley. And now Stephanie Vaquer slamming down Rhea Ripley once again. And now getting Rhea up, big form. And now Stephanie Vaquer with the boot. Going for the pin on the Women's World Champion to defeat Rhea Ripley. There's two and a major kick out by the Women's Champion. Big kick to the head by Rhea. And now sending Vaquer over the top rope and down to the floor. Big elbow. Stomp to the arm, stomp to the back. And now Rhea Ripley sending the challenger into the corner. Big neck breaker down on the outside. And now Rhea with the head scissor locked in on the outside. She cannot win by submission on the outside. Big drop kick by Vaquer. And now Stephanie Vaquer gets up Rhea. Sending Rhea into the corner. Into the ring. Big super kick. Down goes the world champion. Going for the pin. And a kick out. Immediately by Rhea. Big snapmare avoided. Rhea went for the clothesline. Big reversal. And now Stephanie Vecchia with the head scissor. And now there's the devil kiss. Booker T somewhere loving that move. And now Rhea Ripley's back inside the ring. Stephanie Vecchia read it perfectly for the backbreaker. Going for the pin to defeat the Women's World Champion and a kick out. And now Stephanie Vecchia from the top rope. Stephanie Vecchia with the leg drop. Now getting up the Women's World Champion. Big form. Big back elbow. Another back elbow. And now Stephanie Vecchia slamming down Rhea Bloody Ripley. And now what does Stephanie Vecchia have in mind? Big form. Rhea Ripley though finds the reversal. Sending Stephanie Vecchia into a big power slam. Stomp to the ankle. And now Rhea Ripley looking for the camel stretch submission, but a big rope break by the referee. And now Ripley dragging Stephanie Vecchia away from the rope. Stephanie getting up here in this match. Big form. Stephanie Vecchia with another boot. And now Stephanie goes up to the top rope. Stephanie Vecchia. Oh, there's the moonsault. Going for the pin to defeat Rhea Ripley. And now another kick out by the Women's World Champion. Into another snapmare. And now Rhea finds the punch to the midsection. Kick to the midsection by Ripley. And now Ripley with the riptide. Going for the pin. And a kick out by Vecchia. And now the crowd getting behind Rhea Ripley here. Getting up Stephanie Vecchia, who lays a punch to the midsection. But Ripley finds a reversal, sending Vecchia off the ropes. Vecchia finds the reversal of her own. And now into a roll-up to defeat Rhea Ripley. There's two. And now Ripley kicks out. Big reversal by Vecchia once again. Big form. And now Stephanie rolls over. DDT, down goes Ripley. And now Ripley down on the outside. Big leg drop by Vecchia. Now getting up the women's champion. Vecchia's on the apron. And there's the axe handle. No. Rhea finds the form of her own. Big reversal by both women now. And now Stephanie sends Rhea back inside the ring. Stephanie goes up to the top rope. What does Stephanie have in mind here? Stephanie. High risk, high reward. There's the form. But Rhea's back up. Big boot, down goes Rhea. And now Stephanie Vecchia not wasting any movement here. Kick to the midsection. Backbreaker again. Going for the pin is Vecchia. There's two. And Vecchia just pinned the Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner, Stephanie Vecchia.
What a match. And what a hell of a victory by Stephanie Vecchia. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for our main event. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the new World Heavyweight Champion, Inoba frickin' Femi.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Oba Femi.
Oba Femi putting on one hell of a match with Jey Uso to kick off Money in the Bank. Oba Femi would win the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in his career. And now Oba Femi, he's in action here tonight against a man who was in the Money in the Bank ladder match a couple nights ago. But doesn't that title look good on Oba Femi? And here comes his opponent, the man that was so close of winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, but just coming up a little short, is a man with no fear, and Penta.
And his opponent from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
Penta was in that Money in the Bank ladder match. So close of winning that match, but Aleister Black took him off the top of the ladder and secured that Money in the Bank contract for himself. But now Penta is looking to get back on track here with the win over the World Heavyweight Champion. But it won't be no easy task. Let's get into this main event clash. And the crowd firmly behind Penta here. Big dodge by Oba. And now look at the strikes of the World Heavyweight Champion. Big uppercut, down goes Penta. And now Oba Femi gets up. The challenger and Penta off the rope, stuck under goes Oba. And now Oba with the spine buster. But now Penta got back up and down goes Oba with the sling blade. And now Oba Femi could be in trouble. Penta has Oba by the head. And now off the ropes goes Oba. Big reversal by Oba into a collar elbow tie up. Oba Femi and Penta locking up here now into the ropes goes both men. And a clean break. And the disrespect by Penta, and Oba made him pay. Big elbow drop by Oba, and there's another one. And now Oba Femi drops a third one. And now Femi gets up Penta, but Oba Femi plants him right back down with the chokeslam. Big punch, another punch, but Penta finds a knee. And now Penta and Oba locking up once again here in this matchup. Penta with the back gauntlet, but Oba though finds a reversal, and now into a gauntlet shove his own. Big forearm to the back. And now Obafemi takes down Penta. Getting up Penta now is the World Heavyweight Champion. Big punch, another punch. There's the kick by Oba. Kick by Penta, and now Penta rolling up Obafemi. Is this gonna be enough? And no, Oba kicks out. Big sling blade, down goes Oba. And now Penta firing up here in this matchup. Big reversal by Obafemi. Big reversal by Penta, big reversal by Femi. Big punch. And now Obafemi sends Penta off the ropes. Big duck under, big spine buster. Getting up Penta. And look at Obafemi just throwing Penta across the ring. And now sending Penta off the ropes. Obafemi with the powerbomb. Going for the pin. There's two and a kick out by Penta. Obafemi, forehead of steam, big knee into the corner. And now Femi showboating to the crowd here tonight. Big reversal by Penta. Kick to the midsection. Oba finds the reversal. And now Penta off the top rope, delivering the crossbody. And now Penta, what does he have in store for the World Heavyweight Champion with the backbreaker? Knee to the back. Now going to the top rope. Obafemi rolls out of harm's way from the swanton. And now Penta finds an elbow to the face. Big reversal by both men. Penta sends Oba off the ropes. Oba, forehead of steam, getting caught with the Hurricane Runner by Penta. But now Penta gets up Obafemi and down goes with a super kick. Going for a pin and a kick out by the World Heavyweight Champion. Penta gets up Femi. Big reversal to the midsection of Penta. And we haven't seen Sheamus, the man who Obafemi went to war with. And now look out, Obafemi. Choke slam off the top rope. Penta though finds a reversal, big chop, but Obafemi finds a chop of his own. And now Obafemi, another powerbomb. Going for the pin. There's two, and a kick out. Obafemi ain't done with the punch. Now Penta finds a reversal. And now Penta sends Obafemi into the corner. Penta showboating here. I don't know if that's a right decision. Big and sick gear. And now Penta, forehead of steam with the drop kick to the chest. Now getting up the World Heavyweight Champion, kick to the midsection. Obafemi's in trouble. Penta with the Mexican Destroyer. Going for the pin. There's two. And Obafemi kicks out. Obafemi though already back up to his feet. Down goes Penta. Obafemi off the rope. Big uppercut. Big punch. And now look out, Penta. Penta driver on the World Heavyweight Champion. There's two. And Obafemi can't kick out. Penta with the massive win.
Here is your winner, Penta!
What a match. Penta with the win. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you like, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And we will see you next time. Peace out.